Hey guys, it is Sunday, which means it's the end of the week, and I haven't really made videos for the past couple of days, even though I said I would, but I don't think you can really blame me. Basically, I showed you guys those pages the other day, at least I believe I did in one of my videos, and talked about Amy Tan being one of my favourite scrapbookers, who she's over in the US. And I just happened to click on her blog and find out that she was touring Australia and that she was going to be pretty close to where I live, about 40 minutes away from my house. And she was doing like a free make and take card making session, and you could meet her, and it was insane. So, knowing me, I mean, I never dreamed that I would ever meet her. In my wildest dreams, I thought I might meet her when I go to CHA sometime in the distant La La Land, but I was really excited and I got to meet her and it was really awesome. And yeah, my reading has gone a little bit, not downhill, I've been reading very slowly, but I've been in a very crafty mood, so I haven't been making videos because I want my videos to be about books and not too much about crafts. So today I'm going to do the contemporary tag, and I'm going to do a little bit differently, but the basis will still be the same. I believe that Melissa Books created this tag, and I watched it on Renee's channel. I can never pronounce Renee's channel, but I'll put it down the bottom. So I have a few books by my side, so it's really odd because I have a whole shelf dedicated to contemporary books. It's just a small shelf, but it is a shelf. But the books that I have read that are contemporary can feel like half a shelf, because most often than not, the contemporary books that I do read are adult books, and then I slip them in with the author, because I usually read contemporary authors that I already like, unless I'm trying something new. So for this tag, I'm going to have a little bit of a mixture of both. And it's kind of hard for me to do a contemporary tag because I don't really have that many contemporary books that I've read. I have a lot of contemporary books that I need to read, but not a lot that I've read. So I thought to start off with showing you, which I think is question 10, what contemporary book are you most looking forward to being released this year? Well, I've been off YouTube for a bit, so I thought for this question I would show you two of the contemporary books that I believe were released in 2012, correct me if I'm wrong, that have been on the bottom of my shelf for some ungodly reason, and I have completely forgotten about reading them, and I really would like to read this year. And the first one, you guys are going to be like, really? You haven't read it yet? What have you been doing with your life? Which is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Haven't read a book by him yet. Probably the reason why I haven't picked it up yet. I know it's in the back of my mind that I have to read it, and it's here. So maybe September I might crack it open. If I leave it around close enough, I won't forget that it's on my shelf again, and I will get into it. I've heard nothing but beautiful, wonderful things about this book, and like I said, this will be my first John Green book, and it is sad, so I expect that I will cry, because I am a crybaby when it comes to those things. So, and I have been through the whole, well, not personally, but I have been through cancer with my family and things like that, so, yeah. And my good friend in high school had cancer, so probably going to make me cry. So that's one book I'm looking forward to. The other is, and I love the cover, is Bittersweet by Sarah Ockler. When I first saw the original cover, I believe it is, for this book, I so wanted that book. I just wanted it. But this one's not too bad. It's not as cute, but it is definitely very tempting, and it sounds like something that I would like really would like now. I'm not in a chick lit mood, I'm in a contemporary mood, and I really feel like there is a big difference between the two. So, and it's so beautiful. But yeah, that's definitely one book that I would really like to get to this year because it's so cute. Okay, so question 9 is, why do you enjoy contemporary fiction? Because I love to explore life, and experiment with my own experiences through the character and their experiences that I haven't had before. I really just like taking that journey with the characters. I know that you can take these kinds of journeys with paranormal and urban fantasy, things like that, but I really feel like contemporary does ground you to reality, and it does deal with things that we all deal with, and I think that's why it's so relatable and so enjoyable, because you can go through these experiences, some that have happened to go through them. For me, I actually do enjoy reading books about drugs and things like alcohol and stuff like that, because I have seen it. I've been through it second hand, but I haven't been through it myself, and I never want to. But it's interesting to read about, and it's fascinating. I like seeing how different authors take different spins on the experience and how the characters overcome it or they don't overcome it. So it's just one of those things, and I kind of like cutesy, not really cute contemporary, but I think Bittersweet's going to be cute. But I also very much like intense contemporary, because like I have been through some stuff, and I think a lot of people have been through shit in their lives, so it's kind of good to just be able to kick back and travel with those people. And a lot of the contemporary books do base around travel as well, so you get to see lots of different continents and experience different cultures and things like that. You do a lot in other paranormal etc. books, but I think contemporary is very strong for that. So yeah. What contemporary novel surprised you the most? I am going to probably have to say the one that surprised me the most is Hooked by Catherine Greenman. The reason it surprised me the most is because when I started it, I was like, oh my god, this is so bad. The writing style wasn't bad, but the whole context was, and it was like a series of rambles, and I was like, am I going to be able to get through this? And then she started talking about some buzzwords, and I'm like, yep, I'll push through it. And then during the ending of the book, like probably about, 3/4 in, it really started to actually get interesting, probably about maybe 2/4 in. And it surprised me. It surprised me because I didn't expect to love it as much as I did when it ended. And I think there are a lot of reasons why I loved it a lot is because it did hit all my buzzwords, like knitting and crocheting and wool and teen pregnancy and dysfunctional families and things like that. So I think in that sense, yeah, it did surprise me. And I think it's going to surprise a lot of people as well, because it surprises me because not a lot of people have read it. And I think this can kind of tie in a little bit with some other questions, but I'm going to leave it at that for now, because it's almost been 8 minutes. Okay, what character do you relate to the most? I'm going to have to say that I kind of relate to Lola and the boy next door the most. Well, that I can think of in this pile anyway. Basically because she's very eccentric, she's very out there, she's very crafty, and she is in love with Cricket, who is kind of like a nerdy boy who just likes to pull things apart and whatnot, and that's my man. So yeah, I can really relate to her. The guy who kind of dresses differently but has this really cute personality and is kind, but who has been through a lot, and same with Lola, because I used to live with my aunt who was a lesbian, and yeah, so it can kind of relate to her a little bit, and I kind of felt a lot more drawn to her throughout the story as well, because while I'm not so much of a drama queen, or Lola can be a drama queen, I have a really big personality when I let people see it, so, and I think Lola does too. So that is probably who I relate to the most at current that I can think of. Who is your favourite character from a contemporary book? I have two at the moment, and I forgot to pick up the book, but if you guys have ever seen Fracture by Miranda, God, the name is just leaving me, but Fracture, it was released at the start of this year, and this is really bad because I actually really love this book. I think it's somewhere in my room. I love Delaney. I just really liked her character, and I don't know why. I do know why, but may just have a little girl crush on her for some reason. I think it's just a mystery behind her, and kind of like, has she got something? Like, is she a power? Like, does she have supernatural powers or something? Or is this just one of those universal stories where, you know, kind of Donnie Darko style? I don't know why I think of that, but it's kind of what I think of. But yeah, she has to go through a lot, and I actually really liked her character. I just do. The other would be probably Cricket, because he's so cute and I love him. I don't think I need to say any more about that one. What contemporary made you feel all the feels? That one is pretty easy to talk about, which would be Living Dead Girl by Elizabeth Scott. This book made me feel everything. It made me feel pain, it made me feel anger, it made me feel sick, it made me feel kind of, especially towards the end, like, okay, finally we can breathe now. We can breathe. This book, I know it's a short book, and I don't, like, a lot of people can probably finish it in 2 hours. It took me all day because I really am a slow reader. But it made me feel so many things, and it is amazing. If you have not picked up this book, pick it up. It is a very graphic and touchy subject. It is about kidnapping. It is about rape. And, you know, but the thing is, it's so real. And I think that's why it made me feel so much, because I have had experiences, like, with people I know who have gone through similar things, and it is just, this book will make you cry, it will make you want to throw up, it will make you want to just kill every man in sight. It is one of those books that just, made me feel so much. But I'm not going to go too much about it, but yeah, definitely made me feel all the feels, everything. And cutest contemporary book you have ever read? Well, I'm going to have to say, for the time being, the cutest book that I've ever read is Anna and the French Kiss. But that's kind of in par with Lola J's by the time you read this. Both have their own merits. I know a lot of people know a lot about Anna and the French Kiss and how cute it is, and how it's just a very beautiful, fun, emotional story about first love, I guess. Like, and it's cute. It's cute, and it's based in Paris. Come on, guys, Paris is cute. It's a city of love. But this book is cute because it kind of goes over a span of time, and you kind of learn about the characters, especially the main one, Lois, and just the experiences she goes through and the things that she learns about her father. And I just think it's cute. And this book, for me, is also going to tie in with contemporary that you think deserves more recognition. For me, it's not so much that they deserve more recognition. It's more that I think a lot more people should read her books, because it's not like the best book ever, but it is one of the best books I have read. And it is contemporary, it is fun, but it's very sad, and it's about a girl who lost her father, and he leaves her a manual giving her instructions or guidance until she is 30, and I can't remember how old she is when she starts it. But it's just, you know, it's cute. It's between him and her, and it's a manual, and it's a big book of like letters and guidance and things like that, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. What contemporary novel made you the saddest? I can't really think of like it off the top of my head, but I really have to. This is my YA, the one that made me the saddest, because at the end, yeah, if you guys have read Chopsticks, it's kind of like one of those, it's a contemporary kind of mystery thing, because at the end you go, really? What? But it made me sad because of the way that the character was, and the stress and everything, and it was just, it's a beautiful book, guys. If you haven't read it, it's made up of pictures, and it's a wonderful book to read. I got this through a giveaway, but if you guys haven't picked it up, pick it up, try it out. I know it's a different medium, but it's a really brilliant story, and it was sad. A lot of parts of it were really sad. Another book that made me really sad was The Mother's Group by Fiona Higgins, which is a contemporary adult book. Sorry, I have cat fluff on my nose and it's like making my nose itchy. This book, I guess, also made me feel all the feels, because I was going through a period of my life where I was going through fertility problems and trying to figure all that out. So I read this book, and it's about a group of women who've just had babies and all the problems and things that and situations, and it was a beautiful book, a wonderful book, and truly some of the parts in it were sad, and the incident that happens that kind of divides all of them, it broke me up inside. I was like, I can't, I've heard of these things happening, I've heard of it, but it just tore me up. It is so freaking sad, and if you're a mother and you read this, I guarantee you will cry. I'm not even a mother and I cried. It was just heartbreaking. And some of the things the characters have to go through is so painful, and you don't see that side of pregnancy or babies a lot. So it's an adult book, but it's definitely worth taking the time to read, and her writing style is beautiful as well. It's wonderful book. Your favourite contemporary novel? I don't really have a favourite, one favourite. I do have a favourite one though, which would be Lola's Secret by Monica McNerney, and I read this last year, I think in summer. Perfect time to read it, perfect time. And Lola is a 84-year-old woman, and she is hilarious. She's just funny, and her family is brilliant, and I cannot wait to read some more of Monica's books, Lola's books. I could read some more of her too, but it's set in Australia and South Australia around Christmas time, and it's one of those books that when you start reading it, all you want to do is sit back with a cold drink in front of the fan or air conditioner, on a hot chair, or outside on a beach or whatever, and just read it. That's all you want to do when you read it. It's so wonderful. I love Monica's style of writing. For you guys overseas, or even in Australia, if you have not tried out Monica's writing, go do it. Even if you just start with her smaller works, I think she has a few novellas, but I started with the small ones, but I love this book so much. And yeah, it's just so easy to read, and it's so absorbing, and I'm pretty sure that Monica brings out a book every year. At least I hope so, because I cannot wait to get my hands on another one. I have all of her books, but this is definitely one of my favourite contemporary books. And I think I lean more towards adult contemporary than YA, but yep, definitely one of my favourite books. Definitely worth the time. Oh, it has some books at the back here. Okay, so that was a bit awkward, but we got there anyway. So, I hope this didn't go too long, but these are the contemporary books that I could think of, like said, I'm not really a big contemporary reader, but yep. And I hope I answered all the questions, and thank you Melissa and Renee for doing these videos and inspiring me, and I should probably have some videos up. If not discussion or tag videos, I will have some, hopefully have a review up or something like that. I'm going to make up those videos that I did not make. Okay.